I'm back. Okay, so I know I haven't recorded a podcast episode for probably 2 months. Um, but life got really crazy and I got really behind in my scripture study. And so there were a lot of days that I would be reading the scriptures, but I would just read whatever I would need to read to nourish my soul. And a lot of times that wasn't what I had to read in order to keep up with Come Follow Me. And so I got really behind in Come Follow Me because I was just reading wherever I needed to read. And part of me is really grateful that I did it that way. Um, if I had just forced myself every single day to just continuously read and keep up with Come Follow Me to be able to do these podcast episodes, I would have really hated scripture studies because I was going through a really hard time in my life where I really just needed to be with God. And my scripture study time just really needed to be me and Him connecting. And so I got really behind. And I actually just barely finished, today, I just finished the Book of Mormon from cover to cover, which I actually made a whole video about that. And I'll get more to that in a second. But I finished the Book of Mormon today. It's December 30th. And I finished it just a couple hours ago. And so part of me is really grateful that I did it that way. Part of me hates that I had to stop doing podcast episodes for so long. But I'm back, and now it's time to jump into Doctrine and Covenants. And there's going to be some few changes that I want to talk about on today's episode. So the first really big change is because this is a podcast for teens, I want to make the episodes smaller to make it more appropriate just for your life, because I don't like listening to 30-minute long podcast episodes, and I don't think you do either. So with that said, instead of doing one big long episode, I'm going to do 5 small episodes and have it be a daily podcast, Monday through Friday. There might be a few weeks that it's Monday through Sunday, and I do a few extra episodes as needed for Come Follow Me, if there's 7 chapters that we're reading, whatever. But my plan is to do an episode Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and have it be between 3 and 5 minutes, something that's even less than that if possible, but just something that's very quick and easy, and something that you can just listen to as you're eating breakfast, just to get something and just to be a part of Come Follow Me, because sometimes it's hard. Trust me, I know what the past couple months have been like, and it's been hard. And so I'm really excited for this change. I think it's going to be really great. I'm really excited. So yeah, usually I think what I'll probably try to do, of course these next couple weeks are going to be a little different, but what I'm going to try and do is basically have one verse from every chapter, or if there's only 3 chapters that we're doing in Come Follow Me that week, so say we're doing Doctrine and Covenants chapters 5, 6, and 7, I'll pick maybe 2 verses from chapter 5, 2 verses from chapter 6, and a verse from chapter 7. It's whatever. I'll go through and read the Come Follow Me that week, and then just decide what verses stand out to me. It's going to be whatever stands out to me. And then I'll sit down and I'll film 5 episodes. And I'm not going to change my shirt or anything. So if you see me with the same shirt Monday through Friday, that's just because I sat down and filmed them all at one time. The other really great thing about this setup is in the summertime when I'm at FSY or when I'm at youth conference, I can film these videos on the go, and I can make them a minute long if I want to, and then just upload them as a minute. There's so much flexibility with this way that I'm doing it, and it'll fit my lifestyle better, because it's if I forget to, because it's really hard to get ahead, and so if I get behind like I did, it can be a lot easier for me to help catch up. So there might be times where you see me filming a video when I'm on campus for FSY. So if I go to whatever college campus I go to for FSY, you might see me filming an episode there. You might see me film an episode at youth conference or maybe girls camp, whatever. But it allows me to have that flexibility and to be able to just film on the go. So I'm really excited for that. I'm really excited for what this can mean for you and you watching this podcast. And then with that, I also made another big change. This one's going to be an adjustment. It's not going to be consistent. But I started an Instagram account, and eventually will probably be a Facebook one too. But right now I'm just doing Instagram. because I have a YouTube right now. That's obviously where I upload the podcast episodes, and then every now and then I do like shorts. But when I started this podcast, this January actually, because we're still in 2024, but we're almost in 2025. I didn't know if I was going to continue this. I wasn't sure if it was just going to be 1 year for the Book of Mormon or if it would continue. And then a couple months ago, I was thinking about it, and I was praying about it, and I received an answer that I needed to continue, and that a part of continuing meant growing. And I know from everything that I've done with social media stuff that Instagram and putting content out there on Instagram is a really good way to grow. And so I started one a couple months ago, actually, but I just really posted my first video today, which is what I was kind of talking about a second ago about how I filmed a video. Basically, me talking about how I finished Book of Mormon, how excited I was, and I put that on Instagram. So it's cover to cover podcast, I think. I don't remember. I made it so long ago that I don't remember the title. But if you search for it, I'm sure you'll find it. There is a period after the first cover, so it's like cover dot to cover podcast, something like that. I don't even remember what I did. But yeah, so be on the lookout for that. There's going to be some content going there. There's just a lot of new and exciting things happening. I'm very excited for 2025. The past couple months have been really hard, but 2025 is bringing a new Ruth, and it's bringing a new life to this podcast. So I'm very excited. And this is pretty much the end of this podcast episode. I'm already almost hitting 7 minutes, which is more than these podcast episodes will usually be, but I knew I needed to create an episode solely for this information of this new era of the podcast. And then I will see you tomorrow as we dive into Doctrine and Covenants. Well, tomorrow I think we're actually doing, I forgot what it's called. I could look it up. I don't have my phone. But yeah, we're going to be jumping into Come Follow Me for 2025. So yeah, I'll see you then. Bye.